Donald Trump decided to dip back into something he's done in the past, something he's very good at, repeating anti-Semitic tropes. He did so during an interview with Barak Ravid for an episode of Unholy, Two Jews on the News. Let's hear what Trump had to say.
There's people in this country that are Jewish no longer love Israel. I'll tell you, the evangelical Christians love Israel more than the Jews in this country. It used to be that Israel had absolute power over Congress, and today I think it's the exact opposite. And I think Obama and Biden did that. And yet in the election, they still get a lot of votes from Jewish people, which tells you that the Jewish people, and I've said this for a long time, the Jewish people in the United States either don't like Israel or don't care about Israel. I mean, you look at the New York Times hates Israel, hates them. And they're Jewish people that run the New York Times. I mean, the Sulzberger family.
Yikes.
Yeah, so that was almost at least a hat trick on anti-Semitism and the tropes. So number one, Jewish people own the New York Times. And then he mentioned the Sulzberger family. No, they're not Jewish. So the publisher, somebody down the line was Jewish at one point, but his parents got divorced. He grew up Episcopalian, and now the chairman of the New York Times is the grandkid that every part of his family is Christian except one paternal grandparent. But the Jews own the media, right? So that's the anti-Semitic trope. That's what Trump is. Oh, his daughter married a Jewish guy, so he's got Jewish grandkids, so he can't be anti-Semitic. No, he's been anti-Semitic his whole life. You think that a son-in-law fixes that? No, he still has those deeply discriminatory thoughts in his head. Of course, the biggest one was Israel's absolute power over Congress. Okay, Ilhan Omar didn't say 10% of that.
No, exactly.
And she got censured.
Exactly. I mean, this isn't the first time Trump has repeated anti-Semitic tropes. I mean, it's like the fifth or sixth time,
yes.
Right? There was a tweet that he had put out during the 2016 election featuring Hillary Clinton. This was one of the earlier examples of Trump putting out anti-Semitic stuff. So, most corrupt candidate ever. Gee. Interesting imagery used there to specify how corrupt Hillary Clinton is. Looks like the Star of David, but that's nothing compared to other things he's done in the past. In fact, he went on this anti-Semitic rant while speaking before the Republican Jewish Coalition. You might remember this, so let's take a quick look at that.
I'm a negotiator like you folks. We're negotiators. Do you want to renegotiate deals? Some of us renegotiate deals. I would say about 99.9. Is there anybody that doesn't renegotiate deals in this room? This room negotiates. I want to renegotiate this room. Perhaps more than any room I've ever spoken to. Maybe more. It's okay. I've been called on that a couple of times too. You're not going to support me, even though you know I'm the best thing that could ever happen to Israel, and I'll be that. And I know why you're not going to support me, and you're not going to support me because I don't want your money. You don't want to give me money, okay? But that's okay. You want to control your own politician. That's fine.
You want to control your own politician. And by the way, going back to the original video that we showed you, his latest anti-Semitic rant. Evangelicals care about Israel more than American Jews do. I thought that was a fascinating statement. Jake, why do evangelicals care about Israel? Is it because they want to ensure that there is a country for Jewish people? Like what is it again? Why are they interested in Israel again?
So it's end times prophecy, and end times prophecy says that Israel has to get created, and then at one point they have to destroy a religious temple, which people interpret to be the Al-Aqsa Mosque that Muslims care deeply about. And when they do, it will lead to a massive war that breaks out there, and then it will spread to the whole world, and nearly everyone will die, including almost all of the Jews. The only Jews that will be saved are the ones that repent and give themselves to Jesus Christ. So they're excited about Israel because it leads to Armageddon and the return of Jesus in their minds. It's not actually in the Bible. It's a book that was written in the 1970s by some evangelical nut here in America that they all have chosen to believe. And so they are looking forward to the death of all of the Jews except the ones that convert at the end in a panic. So don't tell me that they love Jews. Okay, they love Israel only so that it can be destroyed and everyone there could get killed. So be honest about why evangelicals all of a sudden care about Judeo-Christian heritage, because that stupid, evil book in the 1970s that put this end times prophecy out there. And look, guys, we said it 1,000 times, we covered that clip many times, and the mainstream press just ignores it. I mean, when they were talking about the Ilhan Omar controversy, I was like, are you guys insane? He went to a room full of Jewish leaders and told them nobody likes to renegotiate more than you guys. That's another one of the oldest anti-Semitic tropes. And then he says, oh, you guys like your money. I mean, you can't get any more anti-Semitic than this.
Okay, but maybe you can, because I have yet another statement from Donald Trump. And this is New York Magazine reported on this. So after phone calls with Jewish lawmakers, the Washington Post reported, Trump has muttered that Jews are only in it for themselves and stick together in an ethnic allegiance that exceeds other loyalties, officials said.
I mean,
But Ilhan Omar, I don't want to hear from another Republican lawmaker about how Ilhan Omar is a problem, that Ilhan Omar is the one who's anti-Semitic. First of all, they don't care about anti-Semitism at all. Only when they can use it as a tool for their own political purposes. Look at Donald Trump. I mean, again, not one, not two, not three, but several examples of him repeating the tropes, saying anti-Semitic things, and essentially getting away with it. No problem for Republican lawmakers.
What did Ilhan Omar say? She just said it's all about the Benjamins in reference to a lobbyist who obviously only cares about money. And it was also about Benjamin Netanyahu. And the song has the word Benjamin, his name in it. You're comparing that to, they stick together, those Jews. How many times have you heard those anti-Semitic tropes? And it's from the old school, people like Trump who have it in their head and they can't get it out. He said Puerto Ricans are lazy. I mean, every stereotype, right? And by the way, only in it for themselves, that might break the record for irony. Who's only in it for himself? Donald J. Trump. Thanks for watching The Young Turks, I really appreciate it. Another way to show support is through YouTube memberships. You'll get to interact with us more. There's live chat emojis, badges. You've got emojis of me, Anna, John, JR, so those are super fun. But you also get playback of our exclusive member-only shows and specials right after they air. So all of that, all you gotta do is click that join button right underneath the video. Thank you.